South Korean President Moon Jae-in has been quick to share the outcome of the inter-Korean summit. He talked with U.S. President Donald Trump last night and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe this morning. Our Oh Jung-hee is on the line for us with more. Jung-hee, fill us in, please.
Good afternoon, Devin. South Korea's presidential office confirmed this morning that President Moon Jae-in spoke with President Trump last night for 1 hour and 15 minutes. President Trump first congratulated President Moon on the successful inter-Korean summit and said it represents significant progress in Seoul-Pyongyang relations. President Moon replied that it was all possible thanks to President Trump's strong support and that the inter-Korean summit lays the groundwork for success in President Trump's own summit with the North Korean leader.
President Trump said it's very good news for not only the two Koreas but for the whole world that they reaffirmed the goal of achieving a nuclear-free Korean peninsula through complete denuclearization. The leaders reaffirmed that their governments will continue to coordinate closely to achieve the complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula.
President Trump said he's on the same page with Seoul and Pyongyang on their agreement to end the Korean War. He added he's very much looking forward to meeting with the North Korean leader, and if President Moon gives him a call, he'll make it his utmost priority.
Right, Jung-hee. Well, it's been phone call after phone call from South Korea to other countries to let them know what happened in the summit and talk about things going forward. What about the call with Prime Minister Abe?
You're right. President Moon Jae-in and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe talked on the phone for 45 minutes this morning. Here's what Prime Minister Abe said.
Prime Minister Abe praised the fact that the leaders of South and North Korea reaffirmed the goal of complete denuclearization on the Korean peninsula through the Panmunjom Declaration. He said that North Korea's moves are especially forward-looking and hopes the declaration leads to specific actions.
President Moon and Prime Minister Abe saw that the inter-Korean summit set the foundation for a successful U.S.-North Korea summit and that the specifics of the denuclearization process could be designed there. The Japanese leader said Tokyo is willing to talk with Pyongyang to normalize relations with the North and settle the affairs of the past, and President Moon told Abe that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un feels the same. Prime Minister Abe said he'll work for an opportunity to talk with North Korea and will ask for South Korea's help if necessary, and Moon replied he'd be happy to provide that. Prime Minister Abe also said he appreciated Seoul sending National Intelligence Agency Chief Seo-hoon over to Japan to explain the outcome of inter-Korean summits. Seo met with Abe at his office in Tokyo on Sunday after the leaders' phone conversation to explain the outcome of the summit and future plans. He delivered President Moon's hope for close coordination with Japan and agreed with Abe that denuclearization has to be achieved in a peaceful manner. Back to you, Devin.
All right, thank you for that, Jung-hee.